Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a match preview for Chelsea versus Porto, the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinal tie. Chelsea already 2-0 up, and aggregate obviously, as long as we don't concede 3 in 90 minutes, then we're going through. If we concede 2, then it will go to extra time and then penalties. Porto obviously went to extra time against Juventus, managing to knock Juventus and Cristiano Ronaldo out of the last 16 tie. So hopefully Chelsea can hold on, and I'm just going to talk about the injuries, the suspensions, the lineups, and what I think Thomas Tuchel needs to do to go into the semi-finals of the Champions League for the first time in a long time. And maybe, you never know, we could win the Champions League. Please, I don't want to jinx it, but we've got a good run of games. As long as we can beat Porto, then we got Real Madrid or Liverpool. Liverpool getting back into the swing of things recently, but they only just managed to beat Aston Villa. We've beaten them before under Thomas Tuchel through Mason Mount. And Real Madrid, they're looking decent actually. They beat Barcelona the other day, but I'd definitely fancy our chances. So without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off with injuries and suspensions, Chelsea don't have any suspensions for this game. And as for injuries, I don't think there's too many, but Thiago Silva isn't, we're still not 100% if he is 100%, but I'm pretty sure he is. I've included him in my lineup. And N'Golo Kante, Thomas Tuchel said in the press conference that he's still not fully fit and he's not able to train to the maximum level he would normally. So he's gonna see how he trains today, and then in the morning he's gonna decide the team news and the lineup for the Porto game, and we'll see what I think. Will N'Golo Kante start or not? Comment down below what you think. I think he could be the game changer, but we have Man City on Saturday in the FA Cup semi-finals, which is gonna be even more important at the moment than this Porto game. Although progressing into the Champions League semi-finals is important, we're already 2-0 up in the first leg, so we are almost cruising. But for Man City, that's a big game, and we're gonna need to go all in, and it will be Thomas Tuchel's most difficult game for sure. However, as for Porto, they have some of their better players back ready. Taremi and Sergio Oliveira have scored, I think, 40% of their goals this season, and they were suspended for the first leg, but they are back for the second leg, which just worry me because it definitely could have gone Porto's way. They had chances, and if Chelsea didn't take their chances and Porto did take theirs, it could have easily been about 3 or 4-0, maybe even, to Porto going into the second leg. And now they've got their striker, Taremi. He's very good alongside Marega. He couldn't really do what he could normally do alongside Taremi. And also Sergio Oliveira scored a penalty, scored a wonderful free kick against Juventus, pretty much single-handedly knocks them out of the last 16 leg round. So it's going to be difficult, especially with a full fit Porto side. Chelsea's latest game was a 4-1 battering of Crystal Palace. Absolutely very happy with the performance, scored 2 early goals and really set us cruising. However, we do know that we have crumpled and we have bottled it against West Bromwich Albion. So I'm not 100% confident in this Chelsea side. If that West Brom game hadn't happened, then maybe I would have been like, oh, we just need to sit back or keep the ball, don't let Porto get the ball, keep the ball in their half, and then we can keep another clean sheet. But after seeing that West Brom performance, I don't know, you know. I obviously think we will win, and we are 2-0 up, but we definitely can't take our just take Porto for granted. We can't underestimate them. They're a very good team who, of their last 6 games, a win. Before that was a loss against us, then a win, and then a loss. But their last game was a 2-0 win against Tondela, and they're second in the Liga NOS. Obviously, Chelsea 5th in the Premier League. But let's go into my lineups, starting now. Now, just a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not 100% sure on this lineup. I've gone into my lineup thinking about the Man City game at the weekend, and we're going to need to rest our bigger players personally. But I think this team can still do a good job against Porto and not concede 2 goals. But the more I think about it, the more worried I get. So in goal, 3-4-2-1 obviously. In goal, Edouard, Mendy. Happy with that. I don't think Kepa will play. I really hope he doesn't. But Mendy, solid in goal. Right centre back is Piliqueta. definitely, for sure, I think is going in there. In the middle, I've gone with Thiago Silva, left centre-back Antonio Rudiger. Next to that, I think is my first choice defence. I put Thiago Silva in there just to calm things down. Hopefully he can just take everything as it comes, and if it's not him, then I'd see Christensen or Zuma playing there. Obviously, one of them, obviously. What am I talking about? But Thiago Silva I've put in just for the relaxation, really demands the most of his teammates around him, and can really read the game so well in that middle of a three. Left wing back, now this is the one I'm not super confident on. I've actually gone with Marcus Alonso because Bencho has played the last 2 games, very good against Porto in the first leg, but I was thinking we got Man City on Saturday, and then we got Brighton on Tuesday. I'd like Chilwell to play both of them really, because they've got Brighton have some dangerous players, and obviously so do Manchester City. So I've gone with Alonso in this one. I would probably rather Chilwell play, and if Chilwell is in the starting lineup, I'd be a lot happier after his performance against West Brom. But I think Alonso hopefully can cancel out his defensive worries with his attacking capabilities. Right wing back, I've gone with Reece James, rested against Crystal Palace. I think he came on towards the end. Callum Hudson-Odoi didn't look bad, but Reece James definitely, for sure, I'm confident in this one. Now the midfield, like I said, N'Golo Kante could change the game. He was so good in the second leg of the Atletico Madrid game. We ended up going through 3-0 in aggregate, but I've gone with Jorginho and Kovacic. Now this midfield, the balance is there. The balance is exactly 50-50 weight distribution. 50% at the front, 50% at the back. Gives the control of the engine and the brakes, and it's absolutely beautiful. They know when to 1-2 it around the other midfielders, and I do really like this midfield. However, I'm hoping Jorginho can't keep getting caught on the break by the likes of Marega or Corona or Otavio. They were some decent players, and especially I think we're gonna have to be more solid defensively, otherwise they will score. If we play like we did against them in the first leg, they will score. Now for my front two, the supporting attacking midfielders, I've gone with Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner. No Mason Mount in this lineup. Okay, the striker I've gone with Olivier Giroud. No Kai Havertz, no Tammy Abraham, no Mason Mount, no Christian Pulisic. I'm saving them for the weekend. The front three of Kai Havertz, Mason Mount and Christian Pulisic were all very, very good. And I guess they could rest for Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. And then we have the City game on Saturday. But I think the front three of Olivier Giroud, so good in this competition. Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech can all do a great job against Porto. We saw Timo Werner and Kai Havertz were really couldn't do much against Porto in the first leg. They made it. They do make it really, really hard for attackers, and that's why Ronaldo couldn't do much against them. And if Ronaldo can't do it, I don't think Timo Werner can do it. But I put Timo Werner in this one. Hakim Ziyech can change a game by himself. He can take a long shot, curl it in. Almost scored, I think, in the first leg. Was he playing in the first leg? I think he was. And then Olivier Giroud, just in there to get a goal. You start him, he normally gives you a goal, and that's all we need. That's all I'm asking. Just get us a goal, Ollie, and we should be high and flying and into the semi-finals of the Champions League. Now, like I've said, Thomas Tuchel does like to keep the ball a lot, and as long as we keep the ball and don't let Porto get it and keep the ball in our half, and in their half, then I think we should be okay. However, in the first leg, they did press a lot, and the reason we were able to overcome Crystal Palace so easily is because they don't press from the front. West Bromwich Albion did, and that's how we got battered. If a team presses from the front, when we played Southampton in the FA Cup, I think like a couple of years ago when Frank Lampard was in charge, they had Obafemi, and all they did, all Hudson did, was made him run at the defence every time they got the ball, and they ended up winning because he scored a lovely goal on his left foot. But if they're gonna press, then we might have a problem, and they will press and they will make it hard for us. But as long as we have Thiago Silva, I'll be a lot more confident, as Kovacic as well. And Kovacic and Jorginho, I think they do hold the ball very well and can really dictate the game. They can dominate the game. They can dictate the game from the middle of the park. They can be the deciding factor. And keeping Sergio Oliveira quiet especially will be a tough task, but it will change the game. And hopefully, doing all those things, putting together Thomas Tuchel, we can maybe nick a goal from a corner. We know Hakim Ziyech has beautiful delivery, so does Reece James. Olivier Giroud can header a ball. Rudiger can. If Zuma plays, then he can as well. Maybe nick a goal from that. They're like Burnley. This is like Brexit ball playing in Portugal. going over to Spain. Actually, it is the home leg, but it doesn't really mean anything. We've already got 2 away goals, so that's very handy. And I think we are in the driving seat. We've got 1 leg in the semi-finals, but we're also got another leg to go. I was kind of playing on words because we've got 1 leg in the semis, but it's the 2nd leg. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Comment down below your score predictions. If you get them right, I'll shout you out in the match review. Come on, you Blues. Let's get into the semis and then beat Man City. If you don't know, I hate Man City. Bleh, bleh. It makes me feel sick. They do. They're just so... Bleh. Let's beat him, get to the finals, win the FA Cup. Thomas Tuchel overcomes Pep Guardiola and then wins the Champions League. We can dream. Anyway, goodbye.